tus pies ponemos nuestra vida. Hoy a tus pies, glorioso San José, escucha nuestra oración.
Hello and welcome. As we are in the month of March, the month of St. Joseph, we are dedicating this very short video in teaching you how to tie the St. Joseph cord the best way I know how around your waist. If you have a cord to St. Joseph and you find it seemingly too long, you find it to unravel when you cut it, and it comes undone after you tie it around your waist, I hope this video solves all those problems and issues. If you received a St. Joseph cord from us, it may seem as if it's too long. The reason for that is it's actually meant to be doubled when you tie it around your waist. The knot that it's designed for is so that it stays on when you want it to stay on, yet it's easy to come undone when you want it to come undone. For example, if you want to shower or if you're pregnant. Priests, deacons, and altar servers all use this same knot when they tie cinctures around their waist when they serve at Mass, for example. So if you're a priest, deacon, or altar server, don't waste your time watching this video. Go on and spread the message about St. Joseph, his purity, and this cord. Also, please don't be quick to make an excuse not to wear the St. Joseph cord around your waist. If you have a medical condition, a skin condition, are pregnant, or any valid excuse, it's a valid excuse. However, it is meant to be worn around your waist or actually over the shoulders, kind of like the brown scapular is meant to be worn around your shoulders, on your shoulders, and not conveniently in your pocket or pinned to your clothing. The cord is always worn underneath your clothing. If it's worn on your shoulders, it's worn on one shoulder, goes down like a sash for the knot to be tied around your waist. If it's worn on the shoulders, it's for obedience. However, the cord is more popularly worn around your waist for purity. The knot can be used for either way that it is worn. So you have your St. Joseph cord. It may seem, again, really long. So what you want to do is get both ends and double it. So you have this end and the end with the knots. When you double it, you want to connect it at the seventh knot, not at the first one at the very ends. So what you're going to have is two ends on this side with the 7 knots, and on the other side you're going to have a loop. To be consistent and to make it more easy to follow this video, it's easier if you hold the loop with your right hand and the 2 ends with your left hand. And so now we're going to put it around our waist. Our waist. So we're going to put it around, and we're going to get a Franciscan aerial view so that you can see the rest. So you have the loop in your right hand and the 2 ends in your left hand. You're going to take the 2 ends and loop them through the loop. And now what you're going to do is pull the end that does not have the knots. So this end here, you're going to gently pull and pull until it's snug against your waist. Now what you're going to do is you can go over or under. You're pretty much going to tie a knot. So we're going to go under in this video. We're going to go under. We're going to create another loop with our 2 ends. And these 2 ends are going to go through the loop. And now we want to hold this snug as we pull this to make a knot. And there is your knot around your waist. And it's snug, it doesn't come off, but it is easily untied by pulling both the 2 ends when you want it to. Just like that. So now that you have the St. Joseph cord around your waist, you may find that the one end is way too long. Before you're tempted to cut it with scissors, stop. Is your cord made of cotton or twine? If it's made of cotton, go ahead and cut it with scissors. Tie the end with a small knot. Skip this video to the end for the prayer cards we have to offer and our email to get them. If it's made of twine, do not cut it with scissors. Continue this video to see what you should do next.
So if you received a St. Joseph's cord from us, it's most likely a braided nylon cord that you shouldn't use scissors to cut because it will unravel. The best way is to use some kind of controlled fire, whether it be a torch or a lighter, not a fire pit. But the best way I find is a candle because you have both hands free and control of both ends of the cord once they're cut. A lighter or a torch, when you cut off the cord, this side of the cord will fall to your body and the end will be very, very hot and you may burn yourself. So we're going to light our candle. And what you want to do is find a good spot to cut your cord somewhere near your knot. You're going to put one hand on each side of where you want it cut, and you're going to put the place where you want to have it cut over the fire. So again, you want to put one hand on each side of the cord where you want it burned, being careful not to burn off your knots as you need those for it to be a St. Joseph's cord. So one hand on each side, you're going to put it over the fire and pull gently. You're going to get rid of the excess, being careful not to burn anything. And with the other side, you're going to hold on to it to try to make a nice point. So again, over the flame. Don't be scared for it to burn. Pull gently. Get rid of the excess, being careful not to burn anything. And this is what you have. I have a blob, and in order to get rid of this blob, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put it back in the fire, and I'm going to take my index and my thumb, and I'm going to swipe gently over the cord until I get a nice point. Sometimes what happens is you'll have a very long, thin string. The same thing, you put it over the fire, it burns down, you take your index and your thumb, you swipe very quickly to burn off the excess and get a nice point. You're going to have to be very careful as it's going to get very hot. Swipe very quickly. I do have some carbon on my hands, and instead of a blob, I get a nicer point. That's awesome.
We have standard cords in small, medium, and large unisex. If you would like longer cords because the standard ones we've made are too short to double around your waist, email us. If you would like more cords in general, email us. If you would like prayer cards with the daily prayers that are required to pray for those who wear the St. Joseph cord, with a little bit of information about the cord, email us. Our prayer cards come in 5 different sizes. 2 of the 3 are just the prayers in English and Latin and biblical passages of the 7 sorrows and joys of St. Joseph. These 2 come in wallet size or on a 5x7 laminated sheet. 3 of the 5 of our prayer cards include short info on the cord of St. Joseph and also include the daily prayers in English and Latin along with the biblical passages. These also come in a wallet size, a medium-sized bookmark, and a pamphlet. All our cards are offered in English or Spanish, and God willing, we will soon have Polish, Portuguese, Italian, French, and Arabic. Our prayer cards are printed on terra slate paper that doesn't need to be laminated as they are waterproof and tear resistant, yet lightweight enough to be folded and carried without being too bulky. Our cords are made on size 30 braided nylon twine or on 42-ply braided cotton. We only ask for a donation of $1 to $3 for the prayer card depending on the size, and $2 for the St. Joseph cord plus shipping. If you would like to make your own St. Joseph cord for friends, for your family, for yourself, stay tuned for our next how-to video. God bless you.
Junto a la Virgen Santa, en Nazaret, glorioso San José, cuidaste al niño Jesús, pues por tu gran virtud fuiste digno custodio